Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Weight Loss Vault. So, today we're talking about thoughts that stop our weight loss. So, usually when we decide that we want to lose weight, it looks a little something like this for most of us. We find a plan and then we feel all excited in the beginning. And then when the results are coming in a bit slower than we thought, we start thinking things like this: it's never going to work. Why is it so slow? Weight loss is just harder for me. Or I've failed so many times before, so this is probably just going to be the same. These thoughts tend to create these feelings of overwhelm and confusion and anxiety and frustration and even sadness. And it's really, really difficult to lose weight when you feel like that. These feelings and thoughts tend to make us believe that losing weight is this thing that's just super unpleasant. And it makes us feel like if we stop losing weight or if we try to find this new diet, then maybe things will be less painful for us. But the truth is that losing weight doesn't need to be this painful thing that conjures up all these negative thoughts and feelings. So, contrary to popular belief, we actually get to choose how we're going to feel about weight loss. And if you're choosing to do this for yourself and you're in it for life, then it can actually be something that is pleasant and it will change your life. But you have to make that conscious decision that you're finished with crazy restrictive diets and you're done looking for the secret that doesn't exist. And you're not going to run to shortcuts when things get hard, because that's what we all tend to do. So you've got to look at this as being on a journey that's focused on looking after yourself and changing your life, not just trying to force this little short-term outcome. So often we think that if we can just get the weight off quickly, then things will be better and then we'll figure out how to maintain it later. But that's not how it works, and you might have experienced this before. If you hate the process going down and you're being super restrictive and short-sighted and you're up to gain the weight back because you haven't developed those lifelong habits, in a smaller body, you're not going to just automatically start loving your life and living healthy unless you've done that work first. And this all starts off with the reason that you want to lose weight in the first place. So if you're thinking things like, well, I just need to get this weight off any way I can, or I'm disgusting, or there's something wrong with me, I need to be fixed, then you're just fighting a losing battle. You need to set yourself up to feel good about the process from the beginning. Otherwise, it's always going to be this unpleasant experience, and you're never going to be able to sustain the results you do get because it's coming from this negative place. So your big why has to be something about achieving a healthier body, or being there for your kids and your family, or becoming the best version of yourself because you deserve a good life. Because all of that is true. If you're feeling shitty, and you're going to live a shitty life, and you're probably going to eat shitty food as well, you're going to continue making excuses for your eating, and you're going to justify your actions to yourself all the time because you just really want to stay in this comfort, and it's often subconscious. But this just delays your results, and it actually proves your initial thought that this is going to take forever or this isn't going to work for me. So we just prove that to ourselves. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I do have to add that these negative thoughts are natural and they're completely normal. So don't beat yourself up for having negative thoughts. It's not your job to avoid them entirely, but it is your job to step in and recognize those thought patterns and to be able to reframe them so you can take positive actions next time. We never want to get to the mindset that where we believe that our negative thoughts are real, or we believe that our excuses are valid, because that's when we tend to repeat them. And we end up digging ourselves so deep into this negativity hole that it feels really hard to get out of it. So it really is your responsibility to make a better thought choice in the moment. So some examples of that, some positive thought reframes are things like, I'm making changes for life. I'm creating a better life for myself. I am making better choices. But you need to choose a thought that you're able to believe. Don't choose some random positive thought that feels nice, but it doesn't feel real for you. When we feel overwhelmed, we tend to start looking for quick fixes and new diets. We need to be able to catch ourselves in this moment and use those positive reframes to remind ourselves that we're in it for life. Those quick fixes aren't going to serve us ever. So I like to use the rule that I'm only going to do things that I'm willing to keep doing for the rest of my life. So this makes the decision easy for you because you'll never fall for those diets that are unrealistic ever again. This was also something that really helped me when I was transitioning away from counting calories and macros, because I just didn't want to live like that. I didn't want to be 60 sitting there, sitting and counting my calories. So I decided to make a better choice for myself. So really, you've got to think about how to choose thoughts that are going to empower you and make you feel like you can do this, because you definitely can do this. So I hope that little chat was helpful for you. Remember that we always have control over our thoughts, no matter how convincing they feel in the moment. And if you're interested in how we can help you lose the weight for life without crazy diets and workouts that are totally unnecessary, you can find more information on how to inquire about our coaching below in the show notes. And as always, feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you next time.